Morning, folks. Excuse me. This morning's soap is some Irish Sky shave soap, Irish Stout. It's comes in a metal tin, 3.5 ounces of soap. You can tell there it's a very dark looking soap, and in the tin it is a very firm soap. Some of the ingredients will be, let's see here. It's got some glycerin in there. I see, if I remember right, yeah, coconut oil. Let's see here, it's got some citric acid. It's got some aloe. It's got a number of different ingredients. As it goes for the scent, I do not know what to base the an Irish Stout. I don't know what the base would be. I don't know what one would smell like. There's a part of me that wants to say, and I do, this is my nose. Your nose might pick up something totally different. If I didn't know any better, I would say I'm picking up some hazelnut. I'll put a link to his website. But my nose picks up hazelnut. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's Thanksgiving morning and I'm ready for some coffee. I don't know. Alright, we got some Allen Block here with no rubber band. Ran out of the unscented witch hazel with that's mentholated, so I'm going with some black ice that's mentholated. I've got the matching aftershave to go with the shave soap. Off camera, I'm going to be using excuse me, the Shaven Sailor beard oil. The shaver of the day. This is the one I do not know. I'm pretty sure that I've got some of the description right as it goes for the Schick shaver. This is, it may be kind of hard to tell, but this is a navy blue or dark blue handle here. The head is silver. It is textured. You can kind of tell here that does not have the flaps, if you will. So in other words, I'm quite sure this is a G model. A G4, I think, is the one that they refer to as a Schick 66. I'm not 100% sure because I've seen two different ones like this. In that, the other one I've seen where the head is not textured. It's chrome or silver, if you will, but it's not textured. So I do not know which one is which, or maybe both of them are Schick 66. I don't know. Sometimes when it comes to these sort of things, identifying what you got is not the easiest. Like I said, if you can find a advertisement, that's the best way to work with these sort of things. And right now, for me, at least my luck, I have not ran across a Schick 66 advertisement just yet. Maybe I will one day and I'll be able to figure out which one I got here. And I've got this soap whipped up in my small lathering bowl here that's got grooves in the bottom. It does whip up a little bit on the brown side. I got it whipped up with a ever-ready brush that was reknotted by Strike Gold Shave Frank. And this knot is his prototype motherlode knot, which is smaller than the final version. And knot works out just great. It's quite nice. And I did whip up this soap a little bit on the, it's not quite as wet as I normally would whip it up, so we'll see how it works this morning. And this is what's left of the cube. I've already put a hot towel to the face, and I'm probably going to make short work of this video because I still got some cooking to do this morning. I started last night on the ham, and have to say, did a good job on the ham. Turned out great. Typically I put a glaze on the ham, and of course the wife was beating me up because I didn't put any pineapple on the ham. The ham was just fine without it. Like I say, I usually put a glaze on it, pulled it out. It was great without it. And for me, when it comes to meat, we get into discussion at work sometimes about meat when you go to a barbecue place. And my rule of thumb is that you should be able to eat the meat without putting anything on it. If you can eat the meat without having a need to put anything on it, you know you got some good meat. And this ham was great. Cut off a slice, and it was, yeah, it was good to go. But anyway, I started last night because I ham last night, turkey today, potatoes, so on and so forth. Getting everything ready for today, for today's festivities, if you will. Getting things set up. So I'm going to make a, in case you might say, short work of the video and get it posted and get it out there. But this, I've shaved with this shaver before. Just I haven't shaved with it very often. I might add some water to this, I don't know. Maybe just a little. It does smell good though. This soap is, I know when I first got this soap, I mean, the scent is still with me. Yeah, I mean, it's throughout the bathroom. So scent strength is good for even my nose. To be honest with you, I don't know what an Irish Stout should smell like. So whether this smells like an Irish Stout, I don't know. I know I like it. This is great stuff. Quite happy I got it. Like I said, it's 3.5 ounces in the tin. He has some other scents. This is just the one that I picked. I know for some folks they don't particularly care to have their soaps in tins. It doesn't really bother me too much. It bothers me when I drop it and dent the tin. Or it comes dented in shipping. Of course, yeah, that's when it bothers me. But outside of that, you know, it doesn't bother me. Now, as it goes for this style of Schick shavers, this is a G, E. In other words, the easiest way to tell the difference between an E and a G is that what I call flaps. There'll be little pieces of metal on each side that will extend down there. That's the easiest way to tell. And if you got one that has those little flaps, that one there will be a little bit more aggressive than this one here. The reason why I like this particular version, this handle I should say, the handle I really like, is because the handle's short enough that you can put your little finger underneath there for control. So even though this handle being smooth, it does have some grooves on it. With your little finger underneath it, even if it does get a little slick, you can still hang on to it because you got your little finger underneath there. I think that was the thought behind a lot of designs, that you notice a lot of the injectors and single head shavers, they'll be tapered there at the end, angled there. That a lot of folks felt like that was a very good design, that they left their handles tapered like that. Which I understand. I agree with it. I mean, it's a very good design. Because once you get used to it, it's great. Definitely helps with control. So hope everybody's doing well. Enjoy their day. Whatever you'd happen to do on a Thanksgiving day, whether it's turning everything off and just visiting with the family, be safe about doing whatever you're going to be doing. Especially your cooking. That's the easiest way to run your day. Had some bad food. Have not experienced that yet, and don't want to. But if you catch any of the news, I'm sure you've heard about the lettuce, romaine. I'm a, it's kind of a running thing. I've started at work and whatnot. I'm not much of a vegetable person. Don't eat much in the way of vegetables, and when I do, they're very limited on what I do eat. So in other words, if you say meat and potatoes guy, yeah, pretty close. That'll work for me. When I was in the Army, all 3 meals seemed like they always had meat and potatoes, which was fine. Didn't bother me none. You said something in the way of a green vegetable in front of me, typically it got pushed to the side, like, Not always that way, but a lot of the green vegetables, yeah, just meat and potatoes. For me, I'm good to go. Yep, I do just fine on what I call a meatosaurus. You know, a vegetarian and whatnot, meatitarian. I like meat, not so much on vegetables. I have a tendency to eat vegetables that are not green. I don't mind beets, turnips, corn, something that's not green. I can handle peas. Peas are okay. Don't particularly care for green beans. Okra, not a chance. Oh, okra's nasty. Boiled okra, that stuff is slimy. Can't do okra. Fried okra, pickled okra, You know, Thanksgiving, you know, there's a lot of different kinds of foods that seems to come out. Cranberries, yeah, I'm okay with it sometimes, but usually maybe in a jam or something like that, I'm alright with it, but that's just every once in a while. Now, put it in a pudding or a cake or a pie or something of the sort, I'm usually alright. Now, if I was to compare the two shavers, at least in my opinion, in between the shaver the Schick Injector I just used, the commonly referred to as, I guess, a type N, if you will, and this shaver here, this one here, a person might consider it a little bit more aggressive. They might. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit more on the new side, the Phoenix Artisan accoutrements, Douglas, he's got and I haven't looked up recent history to see if he's still got one in stock, but he's got I guess you might say, a clone of a Schick Injector that he started offering not too terribly long ago. That might be one to check out if you're looking for something that's new, not vintage. And it was brought to my attention that eBarber has a clone of, I guess you might say, of the last injector that Schick made. Type O, I guess it is. Which that one there, at some point in time, I want to get a hold of. It looked like it ought to be a lot of fun to shave with. The scent is still with me. I really do like this scent. It's pretty unfortunate I I'm not able to describe it any better than what I've been doing. One of these days I need to make it to a meetup, and maybe somebody will have something there that would be considered a standard Irish stout. This is what a standard Irish stout would smell like, because I don't have a clue. I really don't. It's kind of like bay rum. There's so many different bay rums out there. What one's a base one? I don't know if there is one anymore. I think it's probably, you'll probably get different answers from different people. That's how I kind of look at it. Kind of figures, doesn't it? I think I mentioned this in yesterday's video, but I've been working on the soap schedule for the month of December, as well as the razor schedule. As it goes for the adjustable / interchangeable plate type shavers, I'll start with those first. And I had more of those, and more I got thinking about it, I had more of those than what I thought I did. As it goes, I was counting through those. Especially for somebody just starting out, it'll be a good series. The more I got to thinking about it, the more I want to make sure I bring out some, especially at the very beginning, bring out different points about the shavers that if you're looking to start out with one of them, some things to think about. When it comes, it's about like these here, you know, the length of the handle might make a big difference in what you might prefer. Especially if you're trying to narrow it down to how many shavers you have in your den, and modern versus vintage. Now, modern versus vintage, boy howdy, that's a tough one. I'd have to say that argument there might be decided due to price. If you don't have, if the budget is bigger, you may run into a lot of fun working that one out. Have fun with that. Because the difference in between them is, man, because you're talking about handle, length, blade gap on them. After a while, you're kind of splitting hairs. Argument is, it can be very passionate, just like these injectors. I've seen a few discussions. Still got that one little strip right there. I think I'm going to try to get it today. Fun shake today. Not too bad, running up on 20 minutes here. Talking a little bit more than what I intended to. This is a lot of fun. I like this shaver. It's a lot of fun to shave with. I think I'm going to try to get in a few gym shavers at the end of this month before I start ending with the DEs. And a shave head or two. And I'm going to have to squeeze in a good number of videos with folks that shave with both hands, with a shave head or a straight razor. Take your pick. I'm going to have to get it ingrained in my mind how to shave with the left hand. And I will be, how can you say, going very slow with the left hand. Yeah, very slow. Because that control with the left hand, I'll have to, I know the suggestion has been, you know, to go about a week before you move on from the cheek. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. We'll see how I progress. In other words, I'm not rushing it. And all that'll be starting in January anyway, but I'm telling you, I'm going to be very careful with it. Because I'm in no hurry. The black ice, as it goes for it does have a black licorice scent to it. It'll be interesting to see if my nose, it'll be interesting to see if my nose will pick it up through the aftershave that I'm about ready to put on. I was wondering whether or not a scented witch hazel, especially black licorice, would interfere with any aftershaves. Now, somebody else's nose that's better than mine might be able to pick this up. I can just barely, just kind of sort of pick up the black licorice. Just a little bit. But I'm thinking because of the scent strength of the aftershave, I think once I put this on, I'm not going to smell that black licorice. That's something to think about when you're using a scented witch hazel. The scent strength of the scented witch hazel, whether it's going to, if it's not matching, whether it's going to interfere or not. I'm trying to think. Some of my scented, shaving creams, generally, my nose tells me that they're not very, the scent strength of my shaving creams are lightly scented, so this might, yeah, and when it comes to the soap, it definitely would be overriding that. But this soap, this is some great smelling stuff here, I'm telling you. Yeah, just a little bit. I can still smell just a little bit. And as it goes for the restrictor, it has a little one in there. So you can kind of control what's coming out. Smells good. I'm going to have a fun day today. I'm going to smell good today too. Oh, this smells great. I have to put some more on. I really like this scent. When I first got it, I didn't know what to expect. Thought it was well worth a try. I have another one. Jamie, she stopped making soaps a while back. Really don't know what happened to her. It was one that I just tried on an off chance. It was on sale, and I like that soap too. Matter of fact, I need to dig it out and work it into. Need to work it in before the end of the month. Matter of fact, smell great. Great shave. Had a lot of fun. Hope everybody enjoys their day today. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.